All right. Shalom. Shalom, Yasharala. It's Israel. All right, before we get started with this lesson, I'm gonna do a quick sound check, make sure everything's functioning properly. All right, bear with me. Sound check. Cool. All right, we're good. Shalom, Yasharala. Peace, Israel. Kohalayam la abanawa alahayanawa Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Wahraha Kodash Shabbat Shemayim. Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Warachaha Kodash Shabbat Shemayim. All right, what I said in the ancient Hebrew tongue, right? Kohalayam La, all praises to, all right, Abanawa, our Father. Alahayanawa, our God, Yahweh, which the world ignorantly calls God, which his name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, which means he is, he exists, he to be. All right. Bahashem in the name, Yahweh Shai, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which his name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, which means he saves, he delivers. All right. Bahashem in the name, Warachaha Kodash, and the Holy Spirit, or the Spirit Holy, Shabbat Shemayim, which are in heaven. All right. Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. All right. Bless you, Yahweh. Bless you, Yahweh Shai. Bahashem in the name, Warachaha Kodash, and the Holy Spirit, Shabbat Shemayim, which are in heaven. All right. I'd like to also give double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone that rule well and teach well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. For you, sincere Akim or Aqua, that shall tune in or tune in afterwards, I barakazah that this lesson is edifying and exhorting unto you. All right. This lesson is coming to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, and hopes to edify the flock. All right. And Shabbat Shalom to the brother. Shabbat Shalom to all of you. Shabbat Shalom. All right. Going into this lesson, all right. You see it in there. It says in the news, World War III / pestilences. All right. Now, I was supposed to do this lesson yesterday, but things got out of hand. So it is what it is. We're going to keep it pushing today. Barak is out of this lesson's edifying. All right. So these articles I got a day ago. All right. This is the CDC warns doctors that I'm gonna just say it, the Marburg virus is not to be trifled with. All right. I'm actually going to this word. The link is in the description. So if y'all want to go into it and actually look at it, what I'm talking about, I'll be able to see. All right. But I'm trying to see what this word means real quick. Trifle. It is an important thing, matter, trivial thing. Okay, so basically, in other words, trifle means like something small or minuscule, something unimportant. So it says the CDC warns that the Marburg virus is not to be trifled with. So it's not to be considered something small or trivial, something that you shouldn't take heed upon, right, or be aware of. All right. So going into the actual article, it says, attention all doctors in the U.S., right, the United States, here in Babylon the Great, aka America, right, to all these motherfucking physicians of no value. All right, it says the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, just released a health advisory that will have you on high alert. Brace yourself for a deadly, Stefan Marburg virus breakout in the two African nations. Says the World Health Organization confirmed that the Marburg virus outbreak in Equatorial, I don't know what that says, and Tanzania earlier this year in February. Authorities sounded the alarm and bells in that place, right, following a string of deaths in early January. The Ministry of Health in Tanzania then announced its own outbreak in late March. So this is not too long ago, man. All right. So you got to understand, this is something that's happening right now. Right. It says, according to the CDC, 14 cases has been confirmed in the Equatorial, this place over here, whatever that name is, since the epidemic began, with a whopping 10 of those patients tragically losing their lives. But wait, it gets worse. A group of fishermen in Tanzania who suffered an outbreak of a viral fever, producing 8 confirmed cases, 5 of which proved to be fatal. All right. I'm gonna grab one more key point, and then we'll dive into the scriptures. Abaratazah. All right. It says this disease is extremely rare among humans, but it is spreading like wildfire once it finds a host. All right. And news gets worse. The fatality rate for the Stefan Marburg virus hovering around freighting 50% according to the World Health Organization. That number spiked to a staggering 88%. So look, this pestilence that's out there, its mortality and fatality rate was only 50%. So it was actually killing a lot of people. Now it went up to 88%. So now it's killing 10 times more people. All right. So at the end of the day, you have to understand, like, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai is truly doing this, man. All right. Because in the latter days, which we are in, all right, we are seeing these pestilences are on the rise, man. All right. We're seeing that these pestilences are on the rise. And a lot of people are still blinded to see that this isn't happening, man. But at the end of the day, it's true. All right. And Yahweh Bashmiel Shai truly explains all this, that in the latter days, these things will happen, man. All right. Let's see what else. All right, got nothing else in there. So that was really basically it on the article. So let's dive into these scriptures. I'm gonna share the screen. We'll go into the blue letter. Let's go into the book of Matthew 24, 6-8. All right. So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verses 6-8. And it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, right? See that ye be not troubled, right? See that you don't be troubled. For these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All right. So are we not seeing, or hearing wars and rumors of wars right now? Yeah, we are, man. And, I got one article that, that goes into that. All right. But, we're gonna go through the flow. All right. It says, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet, because there's other prophetic events that soon to come to pass before the thermonuclear destruction of Babylon the Great, aka America, is commenced. And all these other prophetic events too, right? The mandatoryization of the implantable micro, C-hip, man. All right, which is the MOTB, pertaining to the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verses 14 on down. All right, go read it for yourself. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 7, where it says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All right. So look, we're seeing this happening right now, man. You got nation rising up against nation, kingdom against kingdom, having all these other nations having evil eyes for Babylon the Great, aka America, commencing these fucking, war tactic drills and, all these things that are happening around about the world with all these other nations that are doing this, man. We see it. All right. It says, for all these are the beginnings of sorrows. So literally, this is the beginnings of sorrows. All right. So this is the beginning stages of the, the wars and rumors of wars, the nations rising up against nations, the famines, the pestilences, and the earthquakes in diverse places, man. Only the beginnings, right? And that's what we're in right now, the beginning stages of it. That's why a lot of people are in that, that peace and safety mindset, like, oh, this ain't gonna happen, man. Look, society is good. We straight. We ain't got worried about nothing. Things are getting a little expensive. That's all. It's not really inflation. Like the bullshit ass excuses that people try to give just to live a normal life, or so-called normal life here in Babylon the Great, aka America, man. All right. But at the end of the day, that's just not true. All right. These things are literally at large, prophetic events, these prophecies, and when they're in a full effect, and Yahweh Bashmiel Shai has stamped it off, and like, all right, boom, allow it to be manifested in the world. A lot of you people, a lot of you unbelievers, especially you unrepentant Israelites, are gonna get hit right in the mouth with these prophetic events, and you're just gonna go crazy. All right, you're gonna be bugged the fuck out. You're not gonna know what's going on because you don't have the sound wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right, you don't have that Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, roughly paraphrasing. All right. You gotta be built up in this thing, man. You gotta be built up in this thing. Let's see. Oh, I don't even know why I exit out of that shit. It's locked, yeah. Let's see. Let's get the book of Jeremiah, chapter 21, and verse 6. All right. It says, and I will smite, right? I as in who? As in Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, right? I will smite the inhabitants of this city, both man and beast. They shall die of a great pestilence, right? Now, at the end of the day, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is going to truly be doing this stuff in these latter days, man. Just because it's not happening right now, because you don't see it happening right now, like the masses of the death, right? Because Esau Edom likes to hide that. He likes to push propaganda, so you don't know what's true really out there. But at the end of the day, Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shah is going to truly show you, like, all right, look, you're going to see a lot of great death, and it's going to be round about you, right? Round about us. We're going to see dead bodies left and right. That's going to be the new norm out here, man, right? So at the end of the day, you need to understand and get prepared. You so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indian, man, us Hebrew Israelites, right? You need to understand that Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shah is about to cause something very dramatic to happen here in this wicked ass rulership, man, this wicked ass place. All right, Babylon the Great, aka America. All right. Let's see. Grab the book of Jeremiah, the 28th verse 8. All right, so the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28 and verse 8 says, the prophets that have seen, that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied, both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. I bring this forth because at the end of the day, nothing is new under the sun, man. All right. And we truly believe through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shah that we, those prophets coming back, starting with our elders and apostles, a great millstone all the way down to us at the lowest level, man. We truly believe that we are those sincere, true prophets that are coming back, pushing out this word of truth, of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shah in truth and sincerity, man. Right? Truly trying to warn our people because we love our people. But at the end of the day, 2/3 is just not going to get it, man. Right? But, I bring this forth because at the end of the day, nothing's new under the sun, like I said before. And that's what we're doing right now in this modern day and age, man. Right? We're prophesying against this so-called great kingdom, even though it is a great kingdom, right? Because it rules the whole entire earth via what? The Rothschilds, the wicked, right? The wicked that the Bible speaks of. You fucking Edomites, man. You so-called white people. All right. Literally, we, the servants, the prophets of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, right? We prophesied before, in the days of old and in this modern day and age of, the downfall of this great kingdom and of war and of evil and of pestilences, man. We're doing that right now. So that's how you know, man. That's how you know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, man. Like something is truly about to happen real soon because you got the true servants, the prophets of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai pushing forth the warning, trying to bring forth, the elect, trying to get our people to turn back from their transgressions before this shit starts happening, man. Before you either get taken to the valley of Jehoshaphat via the draft, and you're gonna have to be a fucking, a warrior for Esau, right? Before some sort of evils come upon you, the sword or pestilence, man. You're gonna get consumed by some sort of pestilence. All right. So it does behoove you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians to get right with Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai before these things truly start manifesting, but on a greater scale, because they're manifesting regardless. All right. It's out there in the open. All right. There's pestilences on the rise. All right. World War III is on the rise. All right. The famine is on the rise. All these things, man, these so-called natural disasters, which is really Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai visiting the world in which he made, all these things are on the rise, and this is just the beginning, man. Right? This is just the beginning. And Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai is going to make a statement when he brings forth these pestilences that are not written in the book of this law, man. And we're going to grab that. We're going to grab that. Deuteronomy chapter, let's see. Yeah, right here. All right. So I'm gonna grab this, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 58 to 61 in the KJV, but I'm gonna also grab it in the GNT as well. I'm gonna actually just grab it from my sword. All right, but this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 58 on down to 61. Right? It says, "If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book," right, which means really just to obey the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemiel Shai, right? It says that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, thy Lord, the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, thy power, thy God. All right. Then the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues of long continuance and of sore sickness and of long continuance. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written. All right, listen, look, take heed. Every plague and every sickness, man, which is not written in this book of Yahweh Shemiel Shai's law, then will the Lord Yahweh Shemiel Shai bring upon thee until you be destroyed, man. Well, thou be destroyed. So at the end of the day, it behooves you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians to get right, repent, turn from your transgressions, and serve Yahweh Shemiel Shai in truth and sincerity and fear and trembling before he do some shit like this to you, man. All right? That's why the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 31 is very heavy, man. Where it says it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man, the living God, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Because he could do something like this, man. He's going to bring plagues and epidemics that are not even written in the book of this law, man. Well, what is that going to look like? We don't even know what that's going to be, man. All right? But I'm going to grab this, all this in the GNT, all right? The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 58 on down to 61 in the GNT. It says, if you do not obey faithfully all of Yahweh Shemiel Shai's teachings that are written in this book, and if you do not honor the wonderful and awesome name of the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, your God, he will send on you and your descendants, right, your seed, incurable diseases and horrible epidemics that can never be stopped. All right. He will bring on you once again all the dreadful diseases you experienced in Egypt, and you will never recover. He will also send all kinds of diseases and epidemics that are not mentioned in this book of the Most High Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai's law and teachings, and you will be destroyed, man. You will be destroyed. All right. So at the end of the day, you need to understand that these pestilences are on the rise, and Yahweh Shemiel Shai is not playing no games, man. All right, not playing no games. He's truly manifesting these pestilences in the world, man. And a lot of people are not taking heed, man. All right, a lot of people are not taking heed, but they're so blinded by the distractions that Esau Edom has in the world, the wickedness. And really, it's a lot of our two-thirds of our nation, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians. Y'all not taking heed to what's really happening, man. Esau Edom is literally fucking planning and plotting to do this against us. All right, Esau Edom is fucking planning and plotting to do this against us. You know, Yahweh Shemiel Shai is bringing forth more pestilences. All right, he's having these other nations being that warrior, that warrior state of mind, man. That state of being, they call like having that bloodlust, man. Because all these other nations having that evil eye for Babylon the Great, aka America, man. All right, and that goes into the next topic that I have. All right, we're gonna move into that one. It says, the link's in the description as well. It says China military says it's ready to fight after drills near Taiwan, man. They are ready to fight. All right, so meanwhile, everybody's distracted over here by bullshit in Babylon the Great, aka America. All right, but you got pestilences on the rise. All right, you got war raging. You got World War III brewing, and it's about to pop off, man. You got all these other nations that are in that spirit of war that are literally having evil eyes for Babylon the Great, aka America, man. but that's not something to take heed to. That's not something that you should, be more worried about. All right, because the military strength here in Babylon the Great, aka America, is weak as hell. All right, and that draft is gonna come, and the fact that 2/3 of our people can't believe, man, a lot of y'all are gonna be taken over there to the Valley of Jehoshaphat when you're gonna be judged over there, man. All right, so let's grab some of this. All right, it says China military declares Monday that it is ready to fight after completing 3 days of large-scale combat exercise around Taiwan that simulated sealing off the island, and a move that came in response to the Taiwanese president's trip to the U.S. last week. The combat-ready patrols were meant as a warning of the Lakia. It says the combat-ready patrols were meant as a warning to self-governed Taiwan, Chinese military said earlier. China claims Taiwan as its own. The exercises were similar to one of China's conducted in August when it launched missile strikes on a target in the sea area of Taiwan in retaliation for the visit when the U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi went over there. All right, so there's really nothing else. But at the end of the day, they're telling you, like, look, they are truly in that spirit of war, man. All right, they're truly in that spirit of war, and they're ready to, annihilate and obliterate anybody that comes against their agenda. Whoever wants to, stop them, they talking about we just gonna have to move you out our way. All right, destroy you basically. All right. So, that's really all the article was really on. Let's see. I'm actually grab the book at your bell. Boom. 3. All right, right there. All right. So this is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. All right, because you have to understand, like, these other nations, they've been preparing and bolstering up their military, all right, and always conducting these military drills, right, every so often, to flex their muscle, but also to let these other nations know, really primarily Babylon the Great, aka America, like, yo, we not fucking with you, all right, and we are ready to fight you, all right. These other nations, China, Russia, North Korea, and you got Iran. All these nations, man, they're having an evil eye for Babylon the Great, aka America, man. They can't wait to ultimately fight, and ultimately destroy this place, man. All right. So, diving into the scriptures, this is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verses 9 through 12. All right. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, right? Prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. All right, and this is what I was talking about. These are farming tools, man. Your plowshares into swords, your pruning hooks into spears. These are farming tools. And over there in China, North Korea, and if I'm also not mistaken, in I think it's Russia as well. Oh yeah, it is Russia. Slovakia. Yeah, so honestly, the top 4 nuclear powers, all 4 of them, right? They actually stopped their farming production, right, to be able to bring forth, more food and stuff like that, right? They cut a lot of that off just to bolster up their nuclear programs, just to bolster up their ground forces, so they could be the top, basically the top 4 nuclear powers and the top, 4 military forces in the world, right? Because their numbers are increasing beyond belief. But also, they're also saying, it says, let the weak say I'm strong. So the fact that literally they see Babylon the Great, aka America, struggling, they don't have the technological advancements that these other nations do. All right. Babylon the Great, aka America's technological advancements are shit right now. Military strength is weak. All right. And these other nations are starting to realize, like, yo, Babylon the Great, aka America, is really weak and vulnerable right now. We can see how, the mindset of the people in the military, they're not in that spirit of war. They're not warriors. They can see that. They see that missile defense system over here in Babylon the Great, aka America, is weak. And really, it was just, they were just talking a big game, but they ain't really got it. but these other nations do. All right. So they're starting to see that Babylon the Great, aka America, was all bark and no bite. You know, all bark and no bite, because now they really have nothing to play besides the acting, that card where they gotta act, they have to put on a front like, yeah, we'll do something, we'll destroy you if you do this, we got something to overpower you with this. How Babylon, the damn leaders of this place likes to fucking push forth fucking dumb and fake bullshit at the end of the day. All right, but this just goes to show you, though, man, this goes to show you that these other nations are truly in that spirit of war, and they cannot wait to get their hands upon these these Babylonians, man, via these thermonuclear missiles, right? But also when they go over there to the Valley of Jehoshaphat too, man. All right, so reading on, it says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the Valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, the Valley of Jehoshaphat, which is the Valley of Yahweh Shabbat, Yahweh's judgment, which is over there in the Middle East, all right, which is where the World War III is actually going to take place, the ground fighting first, all right? But then, it's going to get to a point where everybody has exhausted their resources, right? There's going to be no more ammunition, no more bullets, none of this bullshit, miscellaneous war bullshit, and they're going to have to just push the button, right? They're going to have to push the button, then at the end of the day, that's when all these other nations that have nuclear capability, right, that bendeth the bow, they're gonna be sending those nuclear missiles over here to destroy this bitch Babylon the Great, aka America, man. All right. It says, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. All right, so at the end of the day, you have to understand that these things are coming to pass, but in a very dramatic manner, man. All right. The pestilences, the war, right, the sword, all these things, man. And the fact that this nation, man, the Chinese are saying that they are ready for war, man. They ready to fight. Honestly, they've been doing beach assaults. They have troop carriers that they can go in the water and basically assault beaches and shit. But you have to really look at this with an open eye, because they're gonna do this shit to the Taiwanese, but also they're gonna invade here in Babylon the Great, aka America. All right, they're also going to invade here with, I believe, too, with the Russians. All right, they've been doing plans like this for a little while, man. They want to invade Babylon the Great, aka America, to ultimately bring this bitch down. All right, it's gonna be a fucking war zone over here, right? Because World War III is gonna be going on over there in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, but you're gonna have civil war happening over here, man. All right, a lot of people are gonna be dying over here. Bodies are just gonna be dropping left and right. And it's going to be via the sword, the pestilence, right? There's going to be a multitude of things, all right? That's why it behooves you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians to get right, come back and turn from your transgression and be under that hedge of protection of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man, all right? Because only He can protect you from all the calamities that are going to be coming upon the earth, man, right? And only He can save you, all right? So at the end of the day, that's all the scripts that I had to bring out, that I had to bring forth. There was 2 articles that I brought forth as well. I brought this out that the lesson was edifying. Closing out, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh Shabbat Shemayim. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and teach well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. For you sincere Akim wa Akwa that tuned in, I brought this out that the lesson was edifying and exhorting unto you. All right. Closing out with DTA, Abad Babal soon. All right. DTA, Death to America, Abad Babal, destroy confusion. All right. Because this place is confused. All right. This place is Babal. All right. Shalom.